How you all doing? Ralfy here, Ralphy's Customs. Now then, look, you see how cold it is? I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's fucking Baltic. So, I've got like nasal fucking drip like you won't believe. Anyway, we've moved on from the breakout from the last video. We're now on Jock's Yamaha. So, we're going to get the tank mounted. I'll run you through the bits and bobs that I do and show you the inserts that I make on the old Atlas from the last video, and we'll get this tank on for him. Yeah, let's do it. So you can see it's tacked in place, look. These have a little bracket on the front that I've cut off. You don't need to see me doing that. But what is interesting is these that I make, yeah? These little tabs. I've got it all tacked in place. And what they are is a bit of 1.5 inch pipe, look, or tube, that's been slash cut and then trimmed off to make like a wedge. And then we dress that up, get it to fit over the backbone on the frame, tack it in place, and we can go from there. Okay, so like I said, we've got those brackets on. We checked that the fuel tap outlet's going to clear. Normally I have to move them back here, so that's a good bit in there, that's fine. And we're going to drill. I've started drilling it, and it was hard to video, but I'm going to drill a pilot hole, 2mm, through the bracket, yeah, through the backbone, so we've got a reference for the clearance on the tab and the hole for the plug that's going to be made on the lathe and ticked in place. So we'll drill those front and back, and we'll get that all sorted and ready to rock and roll. So now we'll do the clearance, straight through, 8.5. Okay, so we've drilled the chats out, the brackets out. These are out to 13mm on the frame. We'll give that a good clean up before we fit the slugs. Just turn the welder off. Bear with. Better. And we've got the M8 clearance in the ones on the tank. Again, I'll finish welding these up and clean up where I've tacked that one on. We'll get this all welded up and cleaned up. But now, it's over to the old Atlas, which is beautiful. So what I've got is a bit of 16mm mild steel bar, bit of 16mm stock, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to face it up, and then I'm going to drill it and tap it out to M8. So we can get in now, little pilot drill, centre drill there, sorry. I've got so many of these, and to be honest, half of them are fucking knackered. So I'm never sure when I pick them up whether they're going to do the job or not. This one's cutting lovely. Look, just get that started, ready to take the tapping size for the M8, which is 6.8. if memory serves me well. So I'll just move this back out of the way if I can. Do that a little bit, slide that out of the way, and then we'll have this one out and change it over for a 6.8 if I can find one. So yeah, I found one. The old faithful. And put a little drop of oil on it because it's going to do some work for me in the next few minutes. We can get it drilled out to 6.8. Right, we've drilled it out to 6.8. What I'm going to do now is introduce the M8 tap. Now, I've never done it on this lathe, but the idea is that you don't have it too tight in the chuck, so if this gets too much of a grip, like it's going to break, it'll spin in the chuck. If you're drilling, if you're tapping into a blind hole, it'll bottom out in the hole, yeah, and you know when you've done. So, I'm going to drop the speed on the Old Faithful, and I'm going to approach this with some trepidation. So, let's see. Oh no, I want it slower than that. Hold on, bear with. Drop these belts. Bit of a faff. Getting into that last one. Come on now, lad. Okay. Come on, there you go. It's got it, look. And we'll just feed this in gently, and hopefully it'll take it off us, or it'll fuck right up. Let's see what happens. See, that's spinning, that's a bit too tight, so, sorry, a bit too tight in the hole, a bit too loose in the chuck, so we'll just tweak that. Try again. Oh, look at that go. Nice one. If only we had reverse. So, we'll stop that just short. I'll back that out by hand, and we'll get on with the next bit. There we go. Nearly there. Let's lean on tailstock a bit, and we're free. Yay, boom, sorted. So, off we go. Right, what's next on the agenda is, pull that out a little bit. What we're going to do, we're going to machine this down so that it fits in the back of the backbone. The compressor just started up, a bit noisy. So we're going to mark it. We want a 10mm piece turning down to 13mm diameter to tap in the backbone. So we'll just mark it up with a marker pen that works. Hold on, bear with. Hold on, fucking. Right, with a marker pen that fucking works, look. So we'll just black that off, look. Fucking done it. I've got better. And then we'll mark it at 10mm. Right. And we'll just make that a bit more visible for himself. This is there. That's how deep we want it to cook. Now we'll come back, and we'll touch on, back away, and we can start our cuts now to take this down to 13mm. That's what we said, didn't we? Yeah, so we can work our way, making steady cuts until we get down to the 13mm. So this should hopefully be the final cut to get us down to that size. That we want. See, our cuts on the back, everything moves a little bit because it's so old. Also, if you notice how fast it feeds along the workpiece, that's what I was trying to do on the last video when I was looking at the drive gears. But we can't do that anyway. I've not got the cogs I need. And I couldn't quite work it out, to be fair. So we'll just check that size. That is just over, that's 13.3. So we just need a gnat's cock off. Just a couple of 1,000. Finishing cut. Like I say, it feeds a little bit fast for me, but I can't really do much about that. And I need to adjust everything this end to take out the last of the lash and wear and jump and play and everything. That's just under. So that should be absolutely spot on. Sorted. Next thing we do, pot that off, and we've got a nice little top hat to use. And now we're in with the potting off tool. Before I worked on this bearing, you can see some shims. See the white material? Just turn it off. This white material, that's actually Monster energy drink can. Because I machined this block. I took some off the face of this block to tighten this bearing down. Took a bit too much off, so I've had to shim it out. But since then, I've been able to face off better, and I've started using the potting off tool, which I'm about to use. You're not going to catch that great on camera, but there you go. So we just want a couple of ml lip. I'll show you when I've done. There we go, we're just finishing potting off that, going to just dress it up. There it is, fill that on fire. I'm just going to clean those edges. Yeah, and now, hopefully, we'll just have that away. Through that last bit, and there you go. Yeah, so there's one ready to rock and roll, and here we are just doing the next one, just on the black mark with the marker pen. Just going to give yourself a guide, just touch on that with the tool, ready to turn this down to 13mm. There we go, just that, back off. I'll just touch on, so I've got a reference, and we'll have to cut from there. And here we are, just finishing the last one off. We ran the tap back down to make sure this is fully threaded, got it to size, just potting it off now. So again, brace yourself, it's not pretty. Not too bad, actually. And there's another one done. Now, you saw yesterday's video where I made the brass nipples, because I lost two. Just what fucking turned up. No, I don't know if it'll focus on it. That's what I made. There's number one. Sorry, number two, because I lost number one. So, there you go. Sods law. Anyway, back to the plot. I'm just going to finish these off with just a big old crude, just something that fits in the tailstock. I'm just going to run it slow. Just press against it to get that burr off. Just, there you go, that's it. Just a touch. And they're done. I'll do the other one the same. And we'll get them welded in. Feel there, look. Whoa, nearly focused then, didn't it? So now, we'll just get welding these tabs on properly. So this is all welded and cleaned up. Yeah, with try and flip it over. It's quite heavy, so we've just then mixed up. We've pushed it up quite high and then knocked it back, because whoever paints it needs to finger fill that and blend it all in. And then, as you saw, we goes ticked in. We'll just drop that on. Work a couple of bolts in it, and we're set to go. And there we go, there it is mounted up with just some bright zinc plate, soft ass bolts. All sorted, all done. Let me just flip this camera around with. So there you go, another one bites the dust. We'll carry on, do a little bit more, and I'll catch you all again soon. Big love everyone. Take care.